Hello everyone, Karen Ellis here from the Art House Studio in Cambridge, Ontario. I wanted to show you how to use your ScanNCut to create a font stencil. A stencil with just alphabets on it that you can use for any of your projects. I'm going to be cutting something out for a customer of mine on some Mylar. She wanted a certain saying done in a certain size and a certain font. So what she did was she created the document at home on her computer and then emailed me what she wanted in the size that she wanted it. So what I did is I just printed it off here. This is the first word of what she had me cut out, your. And from that, I'm going to take it and scan it into the ScanNCut and save it to my USB. And now that I have it scanned into my USB, I can bring it over to ScanNCut Canvas and create a file that will keep for a stencil. Because as you may remember from a previous video, in a stencil you need to have everything connecting. So the outside of the Mylar, so the outside, everything around what you're cutting, needs to meet anything on the inside that you want to keep. For example, we have an O and an E here in the word your. If I was just to cut this file as it is, I would have it cut all the way around the outside of the O, and then it would cut the inside of the O. That would make a great letter out of Mylar that you can use as a mask later. But as a stencil, it's just the outside image that's going to remain. You won't see that center stay because it, of course, would be removed with the cut. So in order to keep it, we need to join that centerpiece with the outside of the stencil. I hopefully understand what I'm saying here, but I'm going to show you with the ScanNCut Canvas. So this, as I say, has been scanned into ScanNCut. I created a cut file with it, saved it to my USB, and now I'm in my computer and I'm logging on to scanncutcanvas.brother.com/en, and that's for English, and I'm just going to log on. I already have my account here. It is free to join, and I hope that you do if you have a ScanNCut because it'll widen all your possibilities. All right, so I'm going to select New, and here is my 12 by 12 mat that I am going to now place things on so that I can see what I'm going to cut. So this icon right up here, you see my cursor? It's called SVG. And if you hover over it, it'll come up Import SVG or FCM file. And that's where you can upload any of the free SVG files you might find on the internet or on your computer, or whatever you scan into the ScanNCut becomes an FCM file, and you can bring it up here in ScanNCut Canvas and alter it the way you need to. So I'm going to click on SVG and select my chosen file. I am in my USB folder, and I'm going to select the file and say OK, and there it is. While I'm here, you have the option to increase the zoom. So I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to take it to 100% just so it's easier for you to see on this screen. Okay, so we're trying to connect the inner part of this O and E to the outside stencil. How you're going to do that is, first of all, you're going to take the two lines, there's two cut files, right? Two cut lines on the O. I am going to group those together by selecting Edit, and then group, and now it'll move as one. It is one piece. I'm going to do the same for the E while I'm here. Edit, group, all set to go. Now I'm going to go into the basic folder under pattern. It's the first one here underneath the big download button. Select basic. This is what's going to take you to where all the shapes that you can create files and do things on your own in ScanNCut Canvas. For this purpose, I'm just going to select that square that's there and reduce, there we go, the size of it, make it like a little thin rectangle. And this is what's going to be my line to join the inside of the O to the outside of my stencil. I'm just going to rotate that there and drag it down so that it's over the O. Make sure that's straight up and down because that makes it nice and pretty. I didn't do it, Karen. There. And center it. Once it's centered over top of your O, you're going to select the O and hold the Shift key, and so that both the line and the O are selected. And we're going to go up here and click the Subtract button. Once this, you see how it removed everything that line overlapped. So now we have a line between the center of the O and the outside Mylar piece that we are going to be cutting from. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Again, I'm going to select my square. I'm going to rotate it just by clicking on that green button. I don't need it that large. I'm going to move it over to the E. Hold the Shift key, select the E so that both lines are highlighted. Click on the Subtract button on the top of the screen, and then it removes everything that it's overlapping on the previous cut line. So we're ready to go. So here's the word your. Nothing else has to be done because everything else is going to be cut out as you see it. So we're going to go to Project, Download for the ScanNCut, and it's going to take you to another dialog box where you right-click on the untitled.fcm, save link as, and then this is where you're going to title it. I'm going to say your, and save it to your USB. And once you've done that, you may close the dialog box and then take your USB to your ScanNCut machine and cut it out of your Mylar. So I have already done that, and I just wanted to show you what that would look like. Here it is here. Here's your, and here are the other letters that she wanted cut out. There we go. And I'll show you the difference between doing that and making that step. Here's the word your. Whoops, sorry about that. Here's the word your without attaching the center pieces to the outside sheet. See what I mean? So this way you can clearly see the letter. Hope that helped. Have some fun with your fonts that are in your computer. Print them out and do all kinds of fun stuff with your ScanNCut machine. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me here at the studio. thearthousestudio.ca is our website, and I'd love to see you anytime. Have a great one and enjoy.